How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the brand new 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor. Now, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel, you know that even back in 2020 when the first release video for the Ford Bronco was announced for this new generation, I've been making videos on this new Ford Bronco. I haven't got a chance to actually do a physical review on one yet. Haven't been able to, actually take one out for a drive, unfortunately, but this is something that I am, one of those vehicles that I'm very, very excited for, kind of like the new Nissan Z or 400Z. I think Ford did a fantastic job on this new Bronco, and a lot of anticipation has been going into this Raptor. Now, even though it's not, an entirely different Ford Bronco or anything like that, the Raptor is basically just the top-of-the-line trim. If you guys don't know much about Ford to begin with, the Raptor, F-150s are the top-of-the-line performance F-150s offered by Ford. And there was a lot of speculation when they initially released that there's going to be a Ford Bronco Raptor about, I guess, a year ago. There was a lot of rumors that it wasn't going to happen at first, and then, finally they actually put it into reality. And some people were going to say, some people speculated if Ford was going to use a V8 or if they were going to stay with the twin-turbo V6 EcoBoost engines found in the F-150s. And of course, they are actually going to be using a 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6. Now, I honestly personally believe that this is a little bit better than the V8. I mean, obviously, with the new Wrangler 392, which we're going to be talking about a little bit in today's video, with that being a 392 cubic inch V8, a lot of kind of maybe American truck purists would want a Ford Bronco with the V8, and I think hopefully there should be maybe the Warthog Bronco in the future. Something should have a V8 in it. I think Ford definitely shouldn't completely just kill that idea. But I do think that this new Ford Bronco Raptor having the twin-turbo V6 is actually a better move by Ford, simply because they already have all the R&D and all the resources to just more easily make it happen. So now we're going to be looking at a couple of articles by Car and Driver today talking about the new Ford Bronco Raptor. Again, all credit goes to them, and I will be leaving links to all these articles down in the description of this video down below. So looking at this first kind of overview article that Car and Driver put out there, you can see a picture of the new 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor, and you can also see the price. It starts just under $70,000 US, which we're going to be talking about in a second. But as you can see, this new Bronco is going to have more than 400 horsepower getting put out through the 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that I mentioned before. Also, this Bronco is going to have 37-inch off-road BF Goodrich tires, which we will also be getting into a little bit more detail with one of the other articles. But looking at the engine, transmission, and performance section of this article, you can obviously see that, Ford did not put the V8 that a lot of people wanted them to put in this new Bronco Raptor. Something that I kind of wanted to see. Again, I still think, like I said before, I still think that Ford shouldn't completely kill that idea out. Maybe there should be a different variant of the Bronco that has, or maybe a different trim of the Bronco Raptor that has the V8, either a 302 Coyote engine or some other V8 as an option. But with this Bronco Raptor, you can see that it is going to be offered with the engine that I previously stated, the 3-liter twin-turbo V6, as well as the 10-speed automatic transmission that's found in the new Mustangs. I believe I'm almost positive that it's going to be the same exact transmission, and the GOAT mode. And the GOAT basically just goes over any type of terrain, and it's the same exact off-roading modes that are available in pretty much, I believe, all of the other regular Broncos. Not the Bronco Sports, but the, regular real Broncos, I guess you could say. Now, talking about this 10-speed automatic transmission for a little bit, if it's the same transmission that I think it is from the new Mustangs, then it's a fantastic automatic transmission. It shifts really, really quick. I don't know, the specific gear ratios for it at all, but this is a little bit of a disappointment. I kind of wanted them to, make a manual option. They do have a manual option for the regular Broncos, but seeing them come out with the performance-oriented Bronco Raptor and not really offer manual transmission is a little bit disappointing. Although, again, if this is the same exact 10-speed automatic transmission found in the new Mustangs, it is a fantastic automatic trans. But I would still love to see them in the future hopefully offer some sort of manual transmission with this Ford Bronco Raptor. Now it also goes on to talk about the beefier suspension setup and the Fox adaptive dampers from the F-150 Raptor, and then again, like I said before, the 37-inch BF Goodrich K02 all-terrain tires, and it's also rated to tow up to 4,500 pounds. And here's a picture of it actually jumping, which is pretty cool because we love to see these vehicles actually get beat on and do what they're designed to do instead of just being pavement princesses. But moving on to the second article here from Car and Driver, this author from Car and Driver actually looks at the Ford Bronco Raptor as like a little bit of a criticism of the fender flares. Personally, I love them, but he made a lot of good points in this article, basically saying how crazy these fender flares are. Again, I think they look really, really cool. I don't really think they look tacky or cheap. You kind of have to see the thing in person to get a better understanding of it and opinion of it. But again, I will be linking this article down in the description below, and also let me know down in the comments whether you guys think that these fender flares are a little bit just too excessive and too tacky, or they're just right. I personally think that they're just right. I think they look really, really awesome. Now, this is another article that I kind of wanted to dive a little bit deeper in, and it does talk about the pricing for this Ford Bronco Raptor. Again, I mean, it's a little bit more expensive than the general population would probably want it to be, but I still think that Ford did a really great job at pricing this new Bronco Raptor, because honestly, like, the Broncos to begin with are very, expensive trucks. But looking just even at this first line, it actually does beat out the Wrangler 392, which a lot of people were, kind of looking at it as its direct comparison. I mean, obviously the regular Ford Bronco is being compared so much to the, regular Jeep Wrangler. So it was kind of inevitable that this Ford Bronco Raptor was going to be compared to the new 392 Wrangler, which, by the way, I love the fact that, Mopar has decided to actually put a V8 in the Wrangler. So that's one thing that I gotta give an edge to them over Ford, but we still don't have the exact power numbers. A lot of these articles are just saying 400 horsepower Bronco Raptor. I think it's going to be a little bit over 400 horsepower. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but you still don't have the low end torque that you experience with a 392 cubic inch V8. Now, that being said, the prices for the Wrangler 392 actually start at $75,000 US and go up from there. And the F-150 Raptor start at $65,000 and, go up from there. So this Ford Bronco Raptor pretty much just falls dead smack in the middle of both of them. So if you're in the market for a off-road SUV like this, off-road performance SUV like this, and you're, looking at these domestic brands, I honestly have to give the edge. And if, again, I was buying something like this, I would probably buy the Ford Bronco Raptor, just because the Wrangler 392, I mean, it looks really cool. There's a couple aesthetic things to it, but the new Wrangler 392 doesn't come standard with 37-inch BF Goodrich off-road tires. It comes with the, I believe the Wrangler 392 actually comes with a 285 by 70 R17 setup. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's standard for the 392 Wranglers, which is pretty much the same as the Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. The Ford Bronco has, I think, a better tire and suspension setup, pretty much right around, probably going to make right around the same amount of power, even though it's not going to be a V8, and it is $5,000 less than, the 392 Wrangler. So I think Ford did a great job with this Ford Bronco Raptor. That's pretty much all we're going to be talking about today. I did also want to just show you guys some of the photos that Car and Driver actually has of this thing. So it looks like they just grabbed one of these new right from Ford and did a photo shoot with it in snowy conditions, actually off-road. You could see the rear license plate is going to be a little bit off-center, which I believe that's exactly how it is on the regular Broncos, although I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can see on the rear here the little Raptor badge, which is pretty cool, nice and subtle, But yeah, those fender flares definitely are not subtle at all. But again, I'm still for the fender flares. I kind of see why some people might not like them, but I really do like them. The interior of these Bronco Raptors hasn't really changed much. I think it looks like different seats, maybe a different center here, but it still looks like the washable interior that you get with the regular Bronco, which I think is really convenient. And if you're going to use this thing off-road where it's actually, you know, meant to be driven, I think that it's great that they made that interior all washable like that. Also, the kind of front fascia, the front grille looks different, looks more Raptor-esque. I know that's common sense, but I feel like it looks really cool how they have the Ford just integrated into the grille there, like the F-150 Raptors. Again, I just like the new Broncos to begin with, so I'm pretty biased. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys would rather buy a new 2022 Ford Bronco Raptor over a 392 Wrangler, or if you have another truck in mind around that same price tag from a different company that you'd rather buy, whether it's a performance SUV or it's a regular pickup truck like a Ram TRX or something like that. And also, please be sure to like this video down below if it was entertaining or informative at all. And if you haven't already, definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free and helps me out a lot as a smaller YouTuber. But like always, guys, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.